Not all roles are created equal in Red Dead Online. Some are great for making gold, while others focus mainly on making cash. Some are great support roles, and others are just really good at helping you explore the world and find new secrets in the world of Red Dead. And in this video, we're going to rank all of the roles from best to worst, taking into account profit potential, gameplay variety, and of course, long-term usefulness. Also, it's always worth keeping in mind different strokes for different folks here. So if you have a different opinion on how I rank these, why not let us know in the comments how you rank the roles and why so. But let's get into what are the worst to best roles in Red Dead Online. And at number 5, I'm going to put the collector role. This role is going to cost you 15 gold bars, and although it is a really good role to get it to start if you want to rank up quick and get some cash, it just, to me, it is not the most exciting of roles. As you progress through the role, you'll get new equipment, which will cost you a fair bit, to be honest, if you're a newer player, which will help you unlock more collections that you can pick up out in the wild. And although the initial buy-in for all the equipment is quite high, once you have everything, you start making a lot of money. And once you have the collector role, money just doesn't seem to be an issue after that. Because even if you're not explicitly searching for things, you're just looting items off people, and it all adds up and it does make money very easily for you. A lot of those collections as well have like fixed spawns, so if you look through those collections to see what items you need, you can go on and find an interactive map online, then find the ones that you need and just complete those collections. And while you're on the search for items, like, it can be quite fun exploring and finding new areas that you didn't know before, like little secret things tucked away across the map. That said, this role becomes kind of redundant once you have a certain amount of cash, and after that you're just not going to be bothered because it is quite grindy and it is probably the more boring of grinds in the game. You also don't get any gold for selling collections or anything, so that's another reason that I'm not a big fan of doing stuff on this role. So for that reason, I'm going to put this in last place at number 5. For number 4, I am going to put the Naturalist role. Now that might surprise some people, as I know that this gets a bit of hate in the community, but hear me out. The cost of this role is 25 gold bars, and it adds a host of new legendary animals to the map, in terms of random events as well as missions you can go on. I still love when I see the little gold question mark appear on my minimap today, and it honestly made the trader role just so much better and less tedious to do, as those legendary pelts do get you a lot of supplies for the trader role. You can also hand those pelts into Gus and he will skin them and make little coats for you to wear. That said, a lot of these coats are very copy and paste, and some of them are kind of cool, but a lot of them are just kind of ridiculous. Like, I mean, the bison coat basically shrinks the bison head on, and it just doesn't look right. They could have really made it so you could craft different parts of an outfit with different legendary animals, instead of just copy and pasting the different types of coats with different skins. That said, I do have a way that you can kind of glitch the top part of the garment set onto any coat you want, and if you're interested in that, I will leave a link below in the description so you can check it out after this video. You can also make money with the Crazy Harriet Lady by selling samples to her. You can even build up a collection of stamps in the Animal Field Guide and get a nice bit of money back for dropping in those samples. That said, it is quite tedious to do. They also had the vitalism studies, which allowed you to become a certain animal for a limited period of time, which kind of could have been a cool idea, but they really shot themselves in the foot. If you were able to turn into something like a cougar and go off the radar so people wouldn't know it's an actual player and then stalk people as a cougar, that would be kind of cool. But instead, you just get more tame animals, and you're limited to a certain time playing them, and you're limited to a certain location, and you have to collect flowers before you can even become one. It's too much hoops to jump through just to play for a couple of minutes as a bunny rabbit, so you might do it once to see what it's like and then just forget about it. That said, this role does unlock the Wilderness Camp, which you can get the fast travel pamphlet with that, which is a complete game changer and probably one of the main reasons to have this role. Also, if you're a bit of a completionist like me, it is nice to go through the field guide and try to get every single thing that you can. They could have easily added a special item at the end of that for people that did do this, or at least a trophy, but you know, another missed opportunity for Rockstar. But overall, I think this role does give players a lot of things to do and work to, and it's also a great support role for the trader role, and it has some other items as well that you might want to unlock. If you want to see an entire guide that covers everything in the Naturalist role, I'll leave a link to that video in the description also. For number 3 on the list, it's going to be the trader role. I used to absolutely hate the trader role at the start because it was so tedious, but thanks to the naturalist role, the trader role became much better to do. It can still be a bit tedious to get up to level 5 and level 10, but once you have that ranked up to level 20, it does give you a chance to be able to make a lot of money by selling goods. And with the inclusion of the legendary animals, it doesn't take that long to get supplies at all. It's also only going to set you back 15 gold bars, but what really brought this into third place though was the camp upgrades you can get. For any high level player that has pretty much all the guns, you really do need the gun locker to store the ones that you're not going to be using there. Also, the camp stew is awesome to give you gold cores for 3 in-game days. I always like to make that stew when I log in. Also, the fast travel post once you get to level 65 is a great thing to have, as you can quickly come and go from your camp for really cheap. It also gives you a chance to be able to get a camp dog, which is a cool addition to have. Some of the little things that I really don't like about this is that the sales have to be done in a public lobby, which just opens yourself up to some sort of annoyance from random griefers. If you don't have the naturalist role, it can be extremely tedious to build up those supplies. And Harriet will hate you if you go hunting and killing a lot of animals. As I mentioned, it can be a little tedious to get up to rank 5, so if you're a beginner and you want a full guide on how to rank up the trader really fast, as well as learn everything about the trader role, leave a link to that in the description as well. But the thing is, once you have this role ranked up to level 20, it is an amazing money maker for you, and it is semi-passive, I guess. You just have to make sure it has enough materials and supplies. That said, you won't be earning gold through this role. The top 2 were definitely a bit harder to separate, but this is what I landed on. For number 2, I'm going to put the Moonshiner role. It is a great all-round role. It gives you a bit of a property. It's not your property, but you have a property where you can upgrade it to make a bar where you can hang out with your friends and you can play some music and drink some booze. It also came with a little story arc that you can play through, which I thought was really cool as well. And it is the closest thing we have in the game to passive income. You just have to tell Marcel what you want him to make, give him a bit of time, come back, then grab it and take it to where it needs to go. As long as you know how to drive the car without damaging any of the bottles, you can make a lot of money off this fairly quickly. Again, though, it's a little grindy if you're focusing on doing it, but with a combination of all the other roles going on, it really does add a nice variety to the whole package. The Moonshiner is also a bit expensive and will cost you 30 gold bars if you do not have the trader role. If you have the trader role, it will cost you 25 gold bars. But that said, when I think about what I would like from a Red Dead Online DLC, this is kind of it. It comes with a property, it comes with a few story missions, and it comes with a way of making money so you can progress and buy things. And again, if you are new and ranking up this or a veteran player and just want some extra tips, I will have an ultimate guide on everything for the Moonshiner role. Again, I will link that in the description. The thing with this role and all of the roles preceding it is none of these roles can earn you gold except for like the little daily challenges that you can do. Which means if you were to purchase any of those roles first and you wanted to earn enough gold to progress onto the next role, well, you're probably going to have to do other content such as the blood money content or some stranger missions or telegram missions. And that is definitely one of the reasons that I think my favorite role in the game is the bounty hunter role. It'll cost you 15 gold bars for the standard license and an extra 15 gold bars for the prestigious license, and together this really does make a good role. You start off by getting the 1, 2 or 3 star bounties from the board that progresses onto the legendary bounties, which are quite interesting missions to play. Once you get the prestigious license, then you can play the infamous bounty missions, which I really do like. Basically, there is 13 different gangs scattered throughout the world, and through 3-part missions you'll take down each of the different gangs. Sadly, there is a little bit of a cooldown that stops you grabbing all of the gang members of a particular gang in a row. I'm not sure why, but you can just do another gang instead and then circle back when the cooldown is gone. But despite this, I still really like these missions. There was also another 3 legendary bounties as well with the prestigious license, which were very interesting missions to play too. There also was better things I thought unlocking while you ranked up the role. For example, the gun tosses that you can do, I think they're kind of cool. Also, the eagle eye while sprinting and galloping is really useful to have as well. But just in general, I think the reason I do prefer this role and why it's ranked number 1 is it's just more fun to play. Although the missions are all just go and get the bounty and bring them back, there is a bit of variety in how you do it. And not only do you earn a decent little bit of cash while doing this, you also get gold, which is something none of the other roles do. And once you've been playing Red Dead Online for a while, cash isn't a problem to make. You'll have enough. It's gold is the thing that you'll be looking for the most, because most of the things that you want to buy will probably cost you gold. So if you're a new player coming to this and you want to know what would be the best role to get first, I would probably go with either the bounty hunter role or the collector role first. It depends how you want to play. If you want to rank up your character as fast as possible, the collector role might be the way to go. But if you want to kind of take it a little bit slower while earning gold on the way, you should go with the bounty hunter role. Personally, when I'm starting a new character, I nearly always go with the bounty hunter role because I want to earn that gold while I play. If you want to get the Moonshiner role, you're going to have to get the trader role first. And without the Naturalist role, that trader role can be extremely grindy. If you have a friend that's already playing Red Dead Online and they're going to help you out, then you can reach rank 5 fairly quickly, especially if your friend has the Naturalist role and they can throw some legendary animal carcasses or pelts into your supplies. Also, if you're choosing your first role, it's always worth keeping in mind that every month Rockstar will have bonuses and discounts, and often the role will be heavily discounted. You could get like 5 to 10 gold bars off a role, and if that's the case, well, that might mean that is the first role for you to get. And if it's not the bounty hunter role that you get at the start and you need to make gold up later, you can always make gold using the blood money work or doing the stranger missions or doing the daily challenges. And if you want to see all the ways that you can make the most gold as fast as possible in Red Dead Online, guess what? I have a video for that as well. But this is my ranking. Now I'd love to hear your ranking. To you, what is the worst role in Red Dead Online and what is the best role in Red Dead Online? And let me know why. As always, thanks everyone for the support. Especially as always to the members. You guys are incredible. Alright people, I'll catch you again.